Howdy, PreCal. It's Miss Kosh. I wanted to show you a few strategies and helpful hints using your iPad. So that's the goal of this video right now. I have come into Schoology. This isn't exactly, we have a course as teachers that we kind of work on together and then bring it into your course, and I'm still in the process of finishing that up, but there's definitely, so this isn't exactly what you'll see, but it's close. So the first thing I have in here, course information, and so I've listed some different resources, and I would encourage you to go check these out. There's some cool stuff that could be really helpful as you go through the year in PreCal. The most important one is what we put right here, and that takes you to our book. Okay, so I went from here. I was playing with this a minute ago just to see what it would do for me. Oh, okay. You can use it. You can open the book right in Schoology like I'm doing, or I think I hit this button right here for the download. And when I did, I don't want to take the time to do it right now. Then it took it into Safari for me. And so I have this in Safari, and then I went ahead and I hit this button right here. I downloaded it a minute ago, actually, to be honest with you. I downloaded it twice. So if you do, then when you can then upload it, you can click on one of these and you can view it in iBooks. Now, I did a minute ago, and so I have iBooks open, but I was able to view it in here, but it didn't get stored in there. So this is something I use for IB, and I play cello, so there's some music. Oh, and there are my IB books. So I expected the PreCal book to show up and to stay in this list, but I wasn't so successful. So if you figure that out, let me know. But if you can stay here on Safari and use the book, I think it seems to be relatively user-friendly. Like I can come up to this button up here, and when I click on that, I can jump straight to whatever page that I want. And there we go. So that'll be really nice. So you should have access to the book. We'll talk about getting an actual physical copy of the book at some point. So in the meantime, you have access to this. The next thing I wanted to show you is, okay, we've done that. Okay, coming back into Schoology, we're going to have this one folder here that says Learning. And I'm still cleaning this up, but the idea is that inside there will be a folder for each week, and inside that there should be a folder for each day. And for example, on this one on functions, you'll typically have something, okay, this is another teacher's way of doing things. I'm going to change that. I will say Zoom for the first one, then it's watch. Okay, she's changed this. You know what? I'm going to come here to the IB one that I've been working on because it's going to be just like what I will show y'all. So for example, one of theirs, I'm just coming to a random one. This is what I'm going to do. We're going to have a Zoom, we're going to have a watch, we're going to have a complete, we're going to have a practice, we're going to have a submit. Okay, so on the Zoom page, this one's for IB, but I'm going to set it up for PreCal the same way. I teach 3 IB courses, 2 courses, 3 classes, and I teach 3 sections of PreCal. So I'm going to have, when do I teach PreCal? 3rd period, 4th period, and 6th period. Is that right? Okay, I got a lot to learn this year. And then I'll have the information here on how to get into the Zoom, and then once we've had that Zoom for the day, then I will post the link to the recorded Zoom here. And then we have office hours. I will always be using that link right here. And I'll be available before and after school, and we'll figure that out as we go along. I kind of expect, I teach 3 different courses, so I don't know if it's going to be first come, first serve, and whoever has a question gets their question answered, whether it relates to you or, I mean, like if I have an HL question that doesn't relate to other people, then, or if I decide that one day it's HL, one day it's SL, one day it's PreCal, I don't know. We'll kind of see how that goes and then and play it by ear. Okay, so then the next thing is on this one, wow, what did I do? Okay, sorry. On this one, when I click on watch, you'll notice that one I'm going to do the same thing in PreCal, but I have a copy of the notes, okay, which you could then bring into notability and write on and take notes on. And then I have a video, and I have, well, I'll show you in a second, but I think I've got over 270 videos that I've already created at this point. And then I'll post the key. Okay, so then you can see my work on that right there. This one obviously is for IB, but the same idea will hold for PreCal. Then the next thing I'm going to have you do is, if you click on this complete, I'm going to give you a quiz. So I think in PreCal we're going to try and aim for 3 questions on every quiz. In IB, my quizzes have ranged from having 1 question, like this one, to having 5 questions. But the idea is that if you've watched the video from before, then you should be good to answer the quiz, and you have to get 100. So notice that all of these have little check marks. So you need to complete these things, and I can see whether or not you've done what you needed to do. Then there's something to practice. So I will put some work of some nature there for you. And then there's something that I want you to submit. Okay, so I might tell you to upload everything that you did. I might pick a particular problem that I want to see. It will depend on the topic and whatever we're doing. Okay, notice on this one with the practice one over here that once again I have a link to whatever it was that I wanted them to do. Coming back to Schoology. Oh, there were book problems. Oh, and so I have book problem. Anyway, so it just depends on what they're supposed to do. And then I always like to give you an answer key. Okay, don't use your answer key as a crutch. If all you do is copy my work, you'll never learn it, but it does become a huge resource when you get stuck and you're not sure what to do. Or when you finish and you want to think, okay, well, did I do it how Miss Kosh did it? Oh, well, no, not quite. She did it just a completely different way, and we're both equally good, or she did it a whole lot faster. There's a lot to be learned by watching what I did. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is in Desmos. I would strongly recommend, if you don't have Desmos on your iPad, then you should pull it down from however you get your apps and that kind of stuff. Notice I've logged in. You don't get to call me Carrie. You call me Miss Kosh. But I have logged in as me. And so that allows me, I can hit this little button over here. That allows me to save graphs. Okay, and so I made this one for PreCal at some point. I made, what else? Oh, this one's kind of fun. So we'll talk about this later this year. Okay, this is oh, there it goes. It can do all of them. I'm easily amused. I think this is silly and fun. But why isn't it started? There it goes. I'm trying to get them all playing. Okay, so this will make sense to you later this year. Isn't that exciting? Okay, so that was Desmos. We talked a little bit about Schoology. Oh, the other thing I want to show you is that I have had a YouTube channel. If you notice, I've had it for 8 years, or almost 8 years, and I've had over 46,000 views. So if you would like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, that's a great idea. One of the things that I have been doing, I think I have over 270. I don't know that I've made it to 280. I don't know. I keep uploading videos. If you notice here, I have different playlists that I use, and I try and keep things grouped. So, like if you look at this one, I have vectors that's IB style, but we take vectors in a different direction. I have vectors for PreCal somewhere too. Oh, here's the vectors for PreCal. And then you'll notice that back up here, I have... Anyway, I've got lots and lots of playlists with all my videos that I've been making over the last 8 years. So in a perfect world, these would be absolutely perfect videos, but it is not a perfect world, so I do the best I can, and I upload it, and I am doing it for you, and hopefully it's helpful for you. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. I played cello, so that's perfect that's the picture right there. But I love listening to classical music, so I have a little a playlist there that I made of just different pieces that I can work along with. Was there anything else I needed to say? I don't think so. So hopefully, let me look back at what I had opened up. We talked about this. We talked about the textbook. We talked about pulling it into iBooks, but it didn't really work. Yeah, and then there was our Schoology resources. So it should look something like this. I'm still working on it, still cleaning it up, but hopefully it will be easy to follow, and we'll have a great year. So I look forward to meeting you, and yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.